started, I need y'all to hit that like and subscribe button if you feel my content. Also, I would like to introduce my show. It's called Take Heed to the Message, and my stage name is Abang Awan. So, yesterday, we're going to get into it. Yesterday, I was at work, right? And one of these brothers that I always talk to, chat with, he be telling me situations he's going through, or we just life lessons, we conversate, but it's a group of us. But anyway, yesterday he said to me, I love seeing you, my sister, because you just a strong black woman. That's what he said to me. So I took my glasses down, I cut my eyes twice, and I said to him, my brother, listen, I don't want to be labeled a strong black woman, because the label that we have taken from back in the day as a strong black woman, it comes with a lot of nonsense, okay? A strong black woman, she got to have a loud mouth. She got to curse her husband out, her boyfriend out. She got to be disrespectful. She got to tell him what he is and what he is not from A to Z. So, no, I don't want to be labeled a strong black woman, because a strong black woman has no accountability. She does whatever she wants to do, and she doesn't care where the chips fall. You understand? So I don't want to be a strong black woman. And the sad part is, this is what we were taught from when we were young, especially our young women. We are taught this, that you must be a strong black woman, that you must always do everything on your own, that you don't need no man. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A couple of women wrote in my comments. I had another reel, and they were in my comments, and they were saying that I got it all wrong. The way black women were taught, that what I said was not true. But baby, it was true. But see, people don't like to take accountability. They don't like to hear the truth when you tell them. See, we were told that we're supposed to be strong, that we don't need no man, that we could do bad by ourselves. You hear me? So this is the thing that bothers me. Why would I want to curse myself and say I can do bad all by myself? That's the most horrible advice that you can ever give a young woman. But we did back in the day. That's what we taught our girls. And I was taught this as well, that, oh, you could do bad by yourself. Why would you want to? Tell me. But that's what we think is right. So now we have our women going around talking about, I'm a strong black woman. I could do everything by myself. I don't need no man. Baby, when this young man said, well, I don't want to say young man, but when this gentleman said to me, you a strong black woman, sister, I said, no, brother, take that back. Take that back. Because the way we are labeled as strong black women, okay, I got to be disrespectful. I got to be nasty. I got to be rude to you. I got to tell you I'm a boss chick and I got everything I need and I don't need your help. We the only culture that do that. But then here we go. I was watching something on Instagram I think last night. And one of the influencers was saying that it's not just black culture, it's other race. Mind you, yeah, it's probably other races, but we talking about us, okay? Because we the ones that got the most issues, especially when it comes to our children and our men. So we talking about us. It's our class day today. We have to stop reading into this stereotype. I want to be a strong black woman, because this is nonsense. All we have done is destroy our community saying it's nonsense and teaching it to our girls. Now, another young lady chimed in on our conversation at work, right? And she said, well, if it wasn't for my parents teaching me to be a strong black woman, all the things that happened to me in my life, I would have failed, right? And I said to her, no, they could have taught you to be strong, but they didn't have to add that strong black woman. Because when we add strong black woman, when we see what a strong black woman looks like, right, on the internet, or the boss chick that be on the internet, we see a disrespectful, nonsense talking, telling a man what he is and what he is not from A to Z, and saying that I can do everything without you. So I don't want to be labeled like that. I don't want to be under that umbrella that I'm a strong black woman. No. If you tell me I'm a strong woman, that I'm a good wife, and that I hold my family together, baby, if you define strong black woman into that, then I'll sit under that umbrella. But I will not sit under the umbrella of disrespecting my man, saying nonsense when I feel like it, and letting the chips fall where they may, and hurting my children and saying all types of nonsense to my kids, and then add it, I'm a boss chick. I won't be doing that. So what I'm saying is that we have to change the way that we say strong black woman. Because if someone sees you in the street and you did some nonsense in the street because you was disrespecting your man, or you hit him or something like that, because y'all got into an argument, the first thing your girlfriend say, you a strong black woman. So I have to hit my man. I have to hit him and disrespect him and curse him out and tell him what he is and is not. And that makes me a strong black woman. Now, let me get back to the part where she said that she been through a lot of things, that her parents taught her how to hold it together. And I said to her, okay, but what you've been through is life. That's all you went through was life. So you don't have to label yourself as a strong black woman, because being labeled a strong black woman, it makes us think that we can do. Yes, Jones, well said, a little bit late, independence. True, I understand. And what it is that we label ourselves as this. And it makes us destroy our future if you look at it. Because before I married, I always labeled myself as a strong black woman, right? When my mother, my aunties, and all of them taught me that you have to be this type of woman to survive. This loudmouth, disrespectful, tell a man what he is and what he is not. All these things that I had to be when I was younger before I married. So, baby, if my husband would have met me in that time, honey, there'd be no way we got married. There'd be no way, honey, because I had a mouth for days, honey, and I will cut you too short so you know what that means, what I'm about to say. You already know. You know, back in the day, your mama used to say, I cut you too short to, okay? So, you know what I'm saying. I had a mouth that didn't make no sense, but it's only because as years passed, I learned that what I was saying was not right. Okay, and this is way before I met my husband. This process started happening way before I met my husband. Now, you know, I told you I was married before. My first marriage when I was 19. So only thing I knew, I'm jumping off topic, but only thing I knew in my first marriage was to cook, clean, and make love to my husband. That's all I knew. Okay? All these things that I have learned over the years was preparing me to meet my king now. Okay? So all the years that I have been through nonsense, it taught me how to respect and love the husband that I am with now. And I pray it continues to end the days. You feel me? I pray it continue to end the days. So what I'm saying is that we got to get out of that nonsense. We talk to our men like they ain't nobody. We the first to get up in their face and jump all on them and say nonsense, and then To back up your nonsense, you say, I'm a strong black woman. I don't need you. Mm-hmm. That's what we say. Let me tell you something, baby. I don't let nobody label me that. Back in the day, you could have told me that nonsense, and I would agree with you because I was doing foolishness. I would say foolishness, but I wasn't a bad woman. But I would talk, baby. I would talk my talk. You hear me? I would talk my talk, honey. And I didn't care where the chips fell. I didn't care. I just had that attitude. Okay? And I was saved too. I was saved too. Okay? But I would talk my nonsense and say what I wanted to say. I ain't curse you out, but I cut you too. I cut you so hard you wouldn't even know that I was a Christian woman. That's how bad I would do you. But I knew God. Can you imagine? So with that being mixed with strong black woman and being a Christian woman, all mixed in together, honey, that's a recipe for disaster. Because we will go and read parts of the Bible. I'm jumping off topic real quick, but let me explain. We will go and read parts of the Bible that we like. That we like, yes. And then justify the nonsense that we do. Okay? But I learned later in life that that was not the key. You understand? You have to take the word of God in a whole. Okay? When it says honor thy husband, okay, respect him, love him, just as well as it says for him to do to us. Okay, I'm not going to sit up here and quote no scripture with y'all because I ain't going to lie up here. I ain't going to lie up here. I don't know the Bible like that, baby. I don't. I ain't going to lie up here. Okay? So what I'm saying is that I'm going back to my story. We got to get out of that stigma. We do. We do. Because this makes our men tired of us when we talk to them like they ain't nobody, when we can't encourage them, when we can't say a kind word, when we can't say thank you for what you do. I'm going to tell you something real quick. When my husband pays the mortgage in our home, when he pays the light and the gas, the car note, the insurance, all that, because my husband makes much more money than I do in this season. You hear me? This season of our life, he makes more than I do. But when we first married, I did. Okay? But I still had respect for my husband. I still did my wifely duties. I still tend to him. Okay? But in this season, and I pray it continues in Jesus' name, that he makes more than me. So he takes care of all the bills that are gigantic. You understand? He deals with those. And you know what I tell him? Now I know that this is his job. He's supposed to do it. But I tell him, baby, thank you. And he look at me and he laugh. I get that alert on my phone that the mortgage was paid, the light, the gas, everything was paid. And I sometimes I'll call him and I'll tell him, baby, thank you. He be at work. I tell him, baby, thank you. He tell me, honey, that's my job. I told him, no, mm-mm, mm-mm. I just want to appreciate you. I want to tell you thank you. Just like when I bring his plate to him when he's sitting in his man cave or he's sitting in his living room, because he has his own personal living room because we got two. When he in there, I bring him his plate. And he, you know what he tell me? Baby, thank you. And I tell him, oh, honey, he said, no, 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 no. I just want to appreciate you. Okay? So we got to learn how to treat our men better. We the only culture that just destroy our men with words. But then you have a son who will grow up to be a man, but he hears you talking to his father like his father ain't nobody. You see that? Do that make sense? That don't make sense. See, when my son hear me and my husband talk, and it might be a disagreement between us, my son never see me jumping up in my husband's face or shouting at him like I'm a boss chick that I could do everything by myself. My son don't see that. My son see the wife that is humble. She sits down. When my husband get to talking his talk, I sit down because I need to listen. Because sometimes, baby, I got to sit down and listen. I ain't even going to lie. I ain't even going to lie. Because that accountability crashes me down. And I say, oh man, I got to sit down for this because this is accountability coming right now. This is accountability. So as he talking, I sit down and I listen and I say, it gotta be something that is aggravating this man because my husband is a calm man. He doesn't he doesn't just talk to talk. It has to be something that's bothering him. So that's when I open up my ears to listen to what he's saying. See, most men are like that. They're not those ones that's yakety yak yak, and then you got some that's yakety yak yak, but they were raised by just mostly women because we women we do that yakety yak. So if you get a man like that, that means he just was his mom was the everything for him. Okay, but when you get a man who was raised in a two-parent home, or either he had someone that was a strong male role model when he was growing up, he's going to be that man that will only come to you when he sees an issue that needs to be dealt with. And that's how my husband is. He don't come for foolishness. He come because there's a problem. So now I got to sit down and listen to this man and find out what is the problem. And most of the time it'll be something the kids did or something that I needed to take care of and I might have I didn't remember. Okay, so what I'm saying is, back to the story at hand. What I'm saying is, you do not see, my son does not see me jump up in my husband's face and disrespect him and call him out his names and tell him from A to Z what he is and what he is not. You see what I'm saying? We got to get out of that nonsense that we do and how we talk to our men. I know a lot of people don't agree with me saying what I'm saying. A lot of y'all don't understand. But it's because the way we talk, our men don't want to be around us. And the way that we treat them, that's why they go to different races. And I'm not saying that that's bad. Okay, I'm not saying that's bad. But I'm saying this is the problem. This is the problem that we have because we talk so horrible to our men. Okay? And the ones who talk horrible to the women, right? Because we have brothers who talk horrible to the women too. Most of the time they were raised by single moms. Yeah. Because that yakety yak yak, that stuff come from us. That doesn't come from real men. They don't do that. Real men don't do that. So when you get a man who cursing you out and telling you nonsense and stuff and running down all your faults from A to Z, he was groomed by a woman. Yep. He was groomed by a woman. Because you can tell when a man was groomed by his father. He will let you know exactly what the problem is. He will not go into all that cursing you out, telling you nonsense. He gonna tell you straight. And he gonna tell you just like this. You gonna have to take it just like that. That's how you gonna sound. My husband always tell me, listen, this is what it is. This is not what you have in your mind. This is what it is. And you gonna have to take it like that. And sometimes that pill is hard to swallow, but I swallow it, baby. And I say, well, I got to do a correction. And even though we've been married close to 15 years, there's times where I need a correction. And there's times that we do counsel together. You understand? So it's a functioning unit. We don't just do one go rogue and do whatever they want to do. We do it together. And I'm going to chime in on this real quick and then I'm going to let y'all go. That's why when my children have something that they want done, right? First thing I ask them, did you ask your daddy? And I look at them just like that. And they be like, Mama, but I'm asking you. I'm like, no. Did you run it by your daddy first? And then they say, no, Mama. I said, that's what you need to do. Go talk to him. He in his living room. He in his man cave. Go talk to him before you come to me. Because now I got to go through a whole scenario and go talk to him on your behalf. No, we won't be doing that. All I'm saying, I'm getting back to the story. All I'm saying is that we have to learn how to speak to our men and stop taking on that stereotype. I'm a strong black woman. I don't need no man. Because you see, winter has come. You know, everybody talking about how winter has come for black women, and it's true. We have to change our behavior. Now, if I can change my behavior, my dear, you can too. And I grew up in the toughest part of New Jersey. So if I can change my behavior, you can too. It might take you some time, my dear, but if you want change, you can do it. Let us stop destroying our own. You're right. It is. It is little late for independence. It's true. You're right. In the kind of heart, man. Now it's hard for me not to see it. This has been put. It's right. You right. You are so right, my dear. Thank you for the comment. Everybody, y'all have a good one. Y'all take it easy. Have a wonderful day, and thank you, KLLC. Have a good one. Thanks, hon.